You are now entering Nyghtstorm Nation.
All I have to say is this.
Child abuse.
If you are one of those people
Divorce.
that have been put down all of your life,
Infidelity.
beat up and trapped in a pit of woe,
Depression.
it is time for you to stand up with the Nyghtstorm Nation, because we aren't going anywhere.
Be transparent as to help real people with real issues. And my co-host is my queen, my stunningly, hurtfully pretty wife.
Morning, ATL. This is Toby George Nyghtstorm, the woman not afraid to tell the truth about how things really are. And this is Nyghtstorm Radio. Radio gone real because we are NYG.
Yes.
It's Thursday again.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
It seemed like we just did this the other day.
Yeah, it seemed like it was yesterday, man.
I was like, it's time to do it again.
Time flying, man.
Look, we getting old.
You know, but at least the kids in school.
Look,
Parents
first day of school.
around the country are
first day of
rejoicing.
school.
Those jokers are finally out of our house, going to school and eating up the county's food instead of our food.
The light bill go down.
Cable bill go down. They don't eat your cereal up. Don't drink all the milk and leave just a milk carton in there with just a sliver of milk in there. Tell me some,
The end of the bread wrapped up. Nothing in the middle. Why you don't eat this?
That's right. We done paid taxes and the county can feed y'all from 8 to 4. But anyway, Nyghtstorm Nation. If you're in the ATL, call in at 443-558-8699. And to all the Nyghtstorm Nation members around the country, call in at 1-866-923-2860. You can also find out more about us, the Nyghtstorms, at Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. And you can also listen to our show from the Talk Radio page on our website, as well as Love860.com. Yeah.
You know we're jubilant. That's right. And you smartphone owners out there, don't forget that you can download the app iHeartRadio, Tunein Radio, iRadionow.
Yeah.
Go to the Talk Radio section. That's right, Talk Radio section. Also, look up WAEC Love 860 AM and listen to us on your phone. Anywhere, you don't have an excuse. We're on the radio. We're streaming live on your computer on love860.com and also on nightstorm.com. And we are on your phone. Why are you not listening to us? I mean, other than what you're doing now.
Exactly. So, I mean, you can tell we're jubilant because we happy because them kids are gone for the time being. And we love our babies. But we always happy when school is here and football. Yeah.
The pregame. I saw that.
Yeah, the Falcons play tonight. Falcons play tonight. Oh, my God. I'm going to say it one more time. Falcons play tonight.
The Falcons, well,
Rise
I know
up.
where you'll be.
Dirty Birds. All those folks in San Francisco, Nyghtstorm Nation members, I love y'all, but sorry for you. All the ones in New Orleans that are Nyghtstorm Nation members, I love you, but sorry for you. Everybody in Carolina, I love you, but sorry for you. The Patriots fans, I love you, but sorry for you. Falcons coming, Super Bowl, baby. But anyway, what's on top for the day, baby?
Nyghtstorm Nation, if you haven't figured it out, YG Nyghtstorm is known for his trash talking.
Rise up, baby.
And it will continue until Super Bowl time.
Dirty Bird, Deion Sanders style.
Oh, Lord.
Old school. Anyway.
He didn't take it back to Must Be the Money.
Must be the money, baby.
Goodness.
Prime time. Anyway,
well,
baby.
Before we get to that point, our topic for today, we're going to be talking about the change.
Uh-oh. When women turn into the Incredible Hulk.
Well, you know what? You're getting a little taste of it now. You know, the change in women and, things we need to do to keep from killing our spouses.
Yes.
Staying healthy and
yes.
keeping our weight down because, it's something about menopause.
Oh, man.
And I was just, you were like, man, I'll be glad when you get old enough to start menopause so you can just get this stuff over with. It can just come and it can go.
Wait a minute, hold on, my queen. Now, people in the Nyghtstorm Nation gonna think I'm not sensitive.
Whatever.
I didn't really say that. I just said, sweetheart, when you get to that point,
Whatever.
I will support you in all of your needs.
And now the
please,
Perry stuff, the pre stuff has started. And
And
the
I love
hot
you.
flashes.
And I love
and
you.
all that loveliness.
Yeah, and all the
And when I turn
loveliness.
around and look at you and my head spin around 3 times before it stops, and I look at you and say, what?
Nah, that just shows how talented you are. I ain't stupid, Nyghtstorm Nation, but anyway.
You know what? We have a Nyghtstorm letter. Why don't you get to that? How about that?
All right, now we do start our show, like the Queen said, with a Nyghtstorm letter. And if you want to write to us and send us your letters, send it to the Nyghtstorms. That's Nyghtstorm with an S at Nyghtstorm.com. And if your letter fits the topic, we will read it on the air and address the issue. So, can I go on and get into this Nyghtstorm letter, baby?
Tread carefully.
Yes, ma'am. It says, Dear Nyghtstorms, I am in my 40s, and I must say that everything has been going well in my life up to this point.
Okay.
I'm enjoying a fantastic career, a wonderful marriage, and my kids are all grown up. You would think that my life is blissful, but something has recently entered my life and messing everything up. I hate to admit that I am going through the change of menopause. I finally get the right man, the right job, and I'm about to lose them both because I turned into a monster. There are times when I honestly can't control my emotions and I say or do things that I later have to apologize for. I'm ashamed to talk about this because I feel that if I do, then I am admitting to myself that I am getting old and I start thinking about my mortality. I don't want to offend the queen, but if she is going through this, could she please give me some tips? On the other hand, YG, Toby looks way too young for menopause and for you. Laugh out loud, and that is from Jordan from Baton Rouge. Well, Jordan, I'm going to surprise you. The queen is actually older than me, so take that.
That's only chronologically. Only chronologically, yes, I am.
She look good, y'all. Thank you, Jordan from Baton Rouge, for your letter. What you think about that, sweet?
You're only as old as you feel.
Uh-huh.
But I can definitely relate to these symptoms. I haven't gone into full set menopause yet. I'm still in the peri stage, but I'm telling you, the hot flashes.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up in the middle of the night just in a panic. The whole thing about her with the mortality.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I will go to sleep just fine, and then I'll wake up at some point in the middle of the night with, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And the sweating and
You don't
just
sweat.
No, I'm saying the night sweats.
You don't sweat.
What I do then?
Your skin just like a bottle of wine.
Oh, don't even do tomorrow's day. I'm not condensating.
Yeah, you're just
I'll be straight out
condensating like a
sweating.
fine bottle of wine. And you
You're
just
so
happen
sweet.
to do it
You're
at night.
So sweet. But no, there are definitely, I've heard of herbal remedies. Remedies for this, and just different medication. But I've been cautioned with hormone replacement therapy because they said it can make things worse.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we have a young lady that's our guest today.
It's always good.
And she's going to give us more answers because, Lord, it's around that time of the month I would really like to sleep instead of sitting up in the bed.
I'm not going to touch that. Nyghtstorm Nation. If you don't know, now you know our distinguished guest is here taking away my queen. Go.
With the slogan of Live Healthier with the help of Savvy Health Coaching, this native of Kalamazoo, Michigan obtained a bachelor's degree in Family Life Specialist from Eastern Michigan University and later a master's degree in Guidance and Counseling, Mental Health Concentration from Wright State University, Dayton, Ohio.
She is a certified lifestyle and weight management coach, and in her upcoming book, yes, Real Women Lose Weight, Drop Pounds Forever with the Basics, she guides ladies on how to increase their health and enhance their lives 1 pound at a time. So, ladies and gentlemen of Nyghtstorm Nation, it is our honor, privilege, and pleasure to welcome to Nyghtstorm Radio, Linda J. Hawkings. Yeah.
Well, hello.
Hello, Linda. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, and I love that intro.
We tried to make you feel special. Did it work?
It worked. I feel very special.
Well,
I feel wonderful.
Well, hey, Linda, how you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. As you can tell, me and the Queen are very jubilant right now. The kids done gone to school.
You guys have a good time. You have a really good time.
Yeah, you know, we always like when the kids go to school. But we are talking about something serious that, you know, is going on with the ladies out there. And just as Jordan from Baton Rouge was saying before she started dogging me out about how old I look and how good the Queen looked, but she dealing with a serious issue, and you are an expert on helping ladies deal with this time in their life, and also getting healthy and dealing with this thing the proper way. So, if y'all don't know Nyghtstorm Nation, I'm gonna ask Linda this: what is menopause, and what are some of the symptoms of menopause?
Okay. Well, that's an excellent question, and I'm glad you asked it because so many women don't really know when they're starting to go through menopause. They don't realize that they have already started experiencing some of the symptoms because we've been told that it's an old woman's disease. In my 30s or my early 40s, and that can't be what I'm going through. But I like to provide some definitions so women can begin to see that, yes, this is some of the things that you're going through, and yes, it is menopause. So menopause has been defined by many different people, and I have found that it all comes down to the same thing. It's basically when women no longer have a menstrual cycle for 12 months. That is the definition, 12 consecutive months. The cycle is really erratic during that time, so they start counting, and they'll find that 3 months off doesn't work. It has to be 12 consecutive months, and that's when you're in menopause. Now, there's actually 4 phases of menopause. There's the premenopausal phase, which is women who are normally under 35, and then there's perimenopause, 35 up to usually about 48 or 50-ish. They're in perimenopause. And then menopause, and I already told you that's a 12-month period. And then postmenopause, and that is when women experience it for the rest of their lives because women are menopausal for the rest of their lives. And the reason for that is because they are no longer making estrogen. During that 12-month period, the estrogen level is going down, lower and lower and lower, and by the time they're at postmenopausal stage, there is very, very little estrogen left in their body. So that's the definition. Now for the symptoms. These are the fun things. And it usually happens around perimenopause.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Hot flashes.
Hold on, Linda. Hold on, Linda.
Uh-oh.
I like the fact you said these are fun things because because we got our producer Sky. He's a guy, and he said his wife may be going through a cycle like this, and me, of course, I got the Queen right here. And fun, that's a relative term, boy. I tell you.
It's fun. And it's fun not just for the woman, but for the man as well. And
Go
I
ahead.
highly recommend that the men read my book for that exact reason, because you need to know what your wife or your significant other is going through, and you need to know how to handle it. If you don't know, then it's as if she's just a crazy woman, and that's not the case. She's just going through the change. And if you understand it, you can live with it a lot better.
And
the
you
household is a lot smoother.
Exactly.
I can tell you that for a fact.
And you're definitely right on time. Now get on into those symptoms that you were starting to say before you were interrupted by the king over
By
here.
somebody. Okay.
Who, me?
You have anxiety attacks.
Yes.
Women tend to have anxiety attacks. They don't know what's going on. It's just like things were okay 1 minute, and all of a sudden, this just anxious, become real anxious. Mood swings, and they swing back and forth. The heart palpitations, I used to have those. I would be sitting in the room or in a meeting, and my heart would just start pumping really, really, really fast. And in your mind, you're thinking, I'm having a heart attack. But all it is, really, is just a heart palpitation, and it doesn't last very long, usually. Women have to worry about osteoporosis because the calcium level is low and the vitamin D is low as a result of the low estrogen. They're higher risk for heart disease. I know you've heard so many times that the number one killer for women over the age of 50 now is cardiovascular disease. And it's always been that we knew it was a men's issue. We knew men had heart attacks, but we never thought of cardiovascular disease as a woman's disease, and it really is. Women go through different levels of depression, low libido. Now, that affects all partners. Arthritis and sore joints, foggy thinking, forgetfulness. It's the craziest thing. I remember when I started writing books, and when you're on the computer will provide spelling for you. But you have to give the computer certain letters in order for it to formulate the word for you. Sometimes I could not remember how to spell the simplest words that even the computer could not even present the word to me.
So why won't women discuss this? Why won't we open up about it? Why is it such a shameful
and that's the frustrating thing about it. And then that's why I spend so much time and energy trying to get women to talk about it. We need to do that. We really need to share with each other what we're going through. And you have a wise woman in the room, and she'll say, honey, that's just normal. I've gone through that. I understand what you're going through. This is what I tried, and why don't you try this? Or this is what I tried. So it's a way of sharing our experiences and then sharing some remedies, things that are working for us. So we don't talk about it, I think, for two reasons. And this is just me speaking, I think that society has said that it is a negative thing to go through menopause. If it were positive, more people would talk about it. And the other thing is, because of what society is saying, it makes us look old. We don't want to say that we're getting older. And we should be pleased with getting older and wiser. They talk about how women who are in their 50s look like they're 40, and women who are in their 60s look like they're 50. We're the new generation, and we should encourage other women to celebrate that instead of looking down on it. So,
well, you know something. I'm so happy that you broke that down. And like I said, not that the queen is dealing with anything, because I like her mood swings.
Yeah, right. Oh, my goodness.
I love it. It shows that fire.
Laying it on thick right now.
Passion in our relationship of almost 15 years. And when it swing, boy, I better duck and roll and tuck and dive out the way. But we up against the heartbreak. But we are going to get really deep with you, Linda, about some stuff, because it's a lot of men out here who live with our lovely wives on dealing with this type of stuff. And we want to understand you guys. And we're going to give some of the men some tips, too, on how to deal with your sweetie pie when the moods start swinging and things start getting thrown at you. So we will be back on Nyghtstorm Radio right here on Love 860 WAEC Atlanta's inspirational talk radio station. And we'll be back on the other end of the break. Don't hit me, baby.
Batter up.
You ever been so depressed to where you want to hurt yourself? Because life has been unkind, unfair, and unforgivable. Folks done hurt you and thrown you away. Yeah, I know. Because I was there too. Until I read this book by NYGHTSTORM called All Action No Talk. This dude has been there, man. He understands us. He was homeless, abused as a child, abandoned by his dad, and even his oldest son passed away. I'm encouraged because if this dude can make it, so can I, and so can you. So check it out at Nyghtstorm.com, NYGHTSTORM, and know that you have the strength to change your life despite adversity, like him, like me, like you.
Hey,
You, guy or gal that's listening, are you enjoying the night storms? Good! If you want the 411 on me, YG Nightstorm,
And me, Toby George Nightstorm, a.k.a. Lady Nightstorm, visit Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. Check out our informative blogs, videos, and see what Nightstorm Nation is doing to benefit the community. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
thanks again for listening to the Night Storms on Nyghtstorm Radio every Thursday at 11 a.m. to noon on Love 860 a.m. Atlanta's inspirational station. We are you.
Hi everyone, it's me, Lady Nightstorm, and have I got news for you. Want to know how to keep up with us and what we're doing in the community? It's easy. Just like us on Facebook at Nyghtstorm Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Nyghtstorm Radio and become part of the Nyghtstorm Nation mailing list at Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM. Keep up with all our promotions, contests, and latest happenings. Nyghtstorm Radio. We are you.
You are now rocking with the Night Storms on Atlanta's inspirational station, Love 860 AM WAEC. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Nyghtstorm Radio.
Yeah.
And we are speaking with certified lifestyle and weight management coach, Miss Linda Hawkins. And our topic today is menopause and having a healthy weight. And if you would like to call in and be a part of the conversation, you can reach us at 404-355-8699. That's 404-355-8699, and that's in the Atlanta area. Or you can call toll free 866-923-2860.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to go into Nightstorm letter number 2.
We got another letter, Linda.
And this one is dealing with, weight loss, and they seem to want some healthy living tips for the family. So it goes, Dear Nightstorms, I want to say that I love your show and many blessings to you both because I love seeing on display that's actually real.
You better believe it's real.
But get into why I wrote this letter. I am sick and tired of my husband looking at these skinny chicks.
Uh-oh.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a hater, but it is so frustrating watching him drool over some woman that will never pay him the time of day. I have done everything from taking diet pills and buying body shapers to get his attention, but none of the results are permanent. I want to be that sexy vixen I once was when I met him 20 years ago, and not this saggy muffin top struggling to look cute. Okay, that's kind of deep. All right, the queen looks awesome, and YG never complains about her looks because he is smart.
Yes, I am.
He can, but you know what? But can you guys help me with some of your workout tips, because I'm not afraid to sweat, and he can also shed a few pounds himself. And this is from Faye in Seattle.
Wow.
Well, first of all, let's start with the saggy muffin top thingy.
Well, Faye has some things to say. It sounded like
I
Faye
know.
was venting. Bro, you done angered your wife, man, and she going through menopause, dog. Are you stupid?
So, you see how he is. I have to deal with this every day.
You crazy, bro. You better be like, baby, you look good even with dirty clothes
So,
on.
Linda, what are 2 or 3 weight loss tips you can offer? Because this one right here.
Okay. Well, one of the things I want to say is that weight loss, or I should say weight gain, is a common issue for women during menopause. It's just something that women do have to deal with, and if what they need to do is prepare themselves for it, start looking at how they can change their lifestyle so that they can create a healthy lifestyle for both them and their families. And that's just something that normally happens to women 35 and up, so you need to get ready for it.
And it seems like no matter what you do, now I know it myself personally. I would sometimes skip meals. I'm not going to eat so many carbs today, or, I eat once a day. And we bought a tread climber, and I'd be on that thing. And then I go and get on the scale, and it's like, you picked up the pound. How did I pick up a pound? From where? Where did I pick it up from? The thing said I just burnt 227 calories, and I only ate one time a day. How much more water do I need?
Because the scale,
what in the world is wrong with this thing?
hater. The scale is a hater on women going through menopause.
I know.
My
Blame it on the scale. But the scale is like a camera. The scale will only measure what it sees or what it feels. So we have to be really conscious of that. But just to give you a little, a few tips. One thing is the carbs. I'm glad you mentioned that, because we do tend to desire and crave more carbohydrates.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that we have to fight against. We have to make sure that we don't eat more carbohydrates, because more carbohydrates automatically means more calories, and more calories mean more pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be real conscious of what you're putting in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people the best way to do that is to journal.
Mm-hmm.
In my book, that's one of the things I really talk about a lot, is the desire or the need to journal.
Right.
You have to be conscious of every single thing that you eat, how much of it you eat, when do you eat, how does it make you feel after you eat it. Is it that? And in fact, you might even want to start off by identifying how many calories it is. And not that I agree with total calorie counting, but you need to be aware of the calories that you're putting into your body.
Okay.
So,
now let me ask you this, Linda, because I know you got this awesome book, and I love the title of it. It's called Yes, Real Women Lose Weight. Drop pounds forever with the basics. BASICS. Now,
yes, sir.
Ma'am, now, like the Queen said, now we do exercise, okay?
Yes.
And sometimes the Queen will get in the gym with me, and we'll knock it out, and she'll be very, very, very stringent on her diet. Make sure she's drinking plenty of water, doing everything right. But because of the menopause, okay, there are things that it just is. So in your book, is it possible you can give us some of the healthy lifestyle tips that you can offer to us and to the family members? Did we lose her? Okay, we'll get her back. Well, we're going to tell you what we do as the Nyghtstorms, okay? Now, Linda going to get back on in a minute, but Nyghtstorm Nation, if you're dealing with this, and as husbands, we have to be supportive of our wives. Take your wife to the gym with you. Ain't that right, baby?
Yep.
Okay, because at times you have to sit here and you have to understand what she is going through. Now, I know she may be cussing you out at times. I know she look at you sideways. I know that head turn around. But you have to say, baby, I still love how you look. I don't care what menopause has to say. I don't care what this idiot thing that happens to y'all at midlife. I told you, he a hater. He's a negative person. He always putting you down, making you feel insufficient. And then the scale is his road dog, and the scale ain't got no empathy. So you got to take it upon yourself, fellas, to make your wife feel as beautiful as she has always felt. And give her that confidence, because during those times of the month, especially dealing with menopause, she's very sensitive. And baby, it can be frustrating when you do everything you possibly can and you still don't see results simply because of this hater called menopause.
I know. I'm about to just stop eating. I was looking at the Braxtons and table. I was like, I had to break up with food. Just eat a cube of cheese so you don't pass out.
Man.
So I know that's not healthy, but
I'm
just saying. But it's frustrating. It's frustrating when you know that you're watching what you're eating and with carbohydrates. And I love the fact that Linda was saying how it affects your body.
Yes.
Because I don't know why, but as I've gotten older, I've noticed if I have a sandwich or a bagel or whatever, I got to take a 10-minute nap. What is up with that?
It's like it puts you to sleep like tryptophan in turkey.
What? Yeah, okay.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, thank you.
Cluck, cluck, cluck.
All right. I was like, what? What the what? Come
Okay,
on now.
we got Linda back.
Yes, here I am.
Okay, hey Linda, we in here tripping, man, because we
talk about the effects on carbs on our bodies, and I was
Yes.
telling him that never used to happen to me before, but I noticed that as I'm getting older, I would eat a sandwich or in the office, and they would bring in bagels, and next thing I know, I'm looking for a pillow, and I could knock out for a good 10 minutes and then wake up refreshed like I slept all night. What is up when all of a sudden you're sleepy with carbs?
yeah.
You go sleep with carbs.
Yes.
So your metabolism has changed some. For some people, that's the effect that it has on them. It has always had that effect on me, though. I automatically know that if I eat carbs, I will initially go up. I mean, I would have this real burst of energy, and then I would just crash.
Exactly.
So that's something that has always happened to me. But as your body changes, different things are going to affect you differently. So obviously that's what's happening to you now.
Okay.
Okay, I got another question. We just got a tweet from one of our Nyghtstorm Nation members, and she says, I am experiencing sore breast. What in the world is going on with my body that I don't even want my husband to touch me?
To touch you. That is so normal. And I wish I could talk with her because that is one of the symptoms. You do have very tender breast. And that only goes on for a little while. I mean, it's not something, and the good thing about all these symptoms is they're not for eternity. Mm-hmm. They're temporary. And you'll just go through some of them a little longer than others. But the sore breast is very, very, very typical. You don't want to be touched, and you shouldn't be touched. That's one of the things that men needs to know. If a woman doesn't want to be touched because her breasts are tender, then he cannot do it.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Linda.
That's one of the things he needs to know.
All right, Sky.
Reading the book.
Sky, come in here because this is our producer, Sky. I am not fit to be the only man in this viper nest right quick.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, now Sky, you hear Linda talking, and we got the Nyghtstorm Nation.
She said, "Don't touch me."
We can't touch.
Playing the MC Hammer, right? Can't touch
Can't
this.
touch.
That's it. That's
All
it.
right, so Sky, you said maybe your wife may be
That's what it
experiencing.
means.
Okay, Sky, you say your wife may be experiencing some of these issues that Linda is talking about, sir.
Yeah, I'm really hoping she's on the downside of it, to be honest with you. I mean, I feel for it. Trust me, I understand it's a big thing, but us guys have to put up with it. You
have to put up with it.
Yes, and we're doing the best we can.
For a long time. It's for a very short time, but you
Yeah,
have to be
well.
sympathetic, and you have to agree with her when she's in a really bad mood or disagrees with you. If she asks not to be touched because she's too warm, that was my issue. When I got warm, I did not want to be touched.
Right.
And so I'd have to move myself over to the other side of the couch until I cooled down, because if I didn't cool down, then I would get snappy and angry and really hard to deal with. So my husband learned really quickly that if I was warm, he would just sit it out and just wait until he'd be touched again. And that's just what you have to do, and that makes the household so much better.
Okay, we just had another one. Okay, you are popular, Linda. Nyghtstorm Nation member was talking about what, sweetheart?
Oh, this sleep deprivation. All right, they're talking about the insomnia, and I can definitely relate. Like I said, waking up in the middle of the night with anxiety is one of my biggest things. But I'm noticing that I can sit up at night, whereas I usually used to fall over by 10. Everybody in our circle knows, don't call their house after 10 o'clock because she is dead to the world. But I've noticed lately I'm up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's never been me before.
So, Linda, can I ask you this? Because sometimes I've woken up, and you sleep with one eye open. I open up my eyes, and my wife is sitting up looking at me.
I don't look at you.
Okay?
See, now you're paranoid. I am not looking at you.
I'm thinking, what did I do wrong in my sleep? Did I say something wrong? So, ma'am, can you help some of the ladies out here who are dealing with sleep deprivation, and they sitting up looking at their husbands and thinking about everything we've done wrong in our relationship? Can you help us out?
Oh, sure. Yes, insomnia is one of the things that happens to women. Either they cannot get to sleep at night, or they fall asleep And then around the same time, early in the morning, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, they wake up.
Exactly.
And can't get back to sleep. So if they wake up, sometimes they are wide awake. And some women have told me they got up and they read a book or they would watch a television show. And then when they would get sleepy again, then they would lay back down and fall asleep until it was time to get up again. So that's really common. So when she's sitting up in the bed, that just means she's wide awake. Now, I would sit up in the bed, but I would sit there until I would get sleepy again, get up, and go do something else.
Right.
I wanted to sit there and just wait until it was time for me to go back to sleep. But it's so common to have insomnia. I tell people I had insomnia for 2 years, 2 long years. I did not sleep. And I look back at it today, and I wonder, how did I function? I had a full-time job. I'd have to be at work at 7:30, 7:45, get off at 5 o'clock, had children I had to pick up from school, do all the after-school stuff, homework, and all of that stuff. I functioned. I have no idea how I functioned on sleep deprivation, but I did.
Wow, and speaking of sleep deprivation, the Queen only got 3 hours of sleep last night. That's why this is really, really, hitting, because she is sitting here like a champ, doing the show and handling everything else with our family and everything. And folks can't tell that she only had 3 hours. And I know because I felt somebody staring at me while I was sleeping. I felt like my life was in mortal danger when I opened up my eyes and I see the Queen looking at me.
Because you made it here today. But Linda, what healthy lifestyle tips can you offer, to help the entire family? Because apparently he needs some help.
Help me. I'm in danger.
Well, I'm gonna remove the conversation from menopause and just go into general healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
I think it's important to be healthy, and it means more than just eating good foods. It means eating fresh foods and preparing your own foods and staying away from processed foods. And it means getting enough sleep and working out, and all of that is part of having a healthy lifestyle. But one of the things I did when I graduated from college is I actually worked with women who had small children who needed to know how to feed their children a healthy meal on a shoestring budget. And my job was to go in, teach them what to buy, how to shop, how to prepare that food, and preparation dealt with more than just the cooking part, and I taught them how to cook the food, because I wanted to show them how to stretch a really healthy meal and feed their family well. So I learned that there are so many tricks to the trade, and it doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. People always tell me, you talk about being healthy, but it costs too much to eat healthy. No, it doesn't cost to eat healthy. What is costing is you go to the grocery store and you buy all the right foods, and instead of cooking all those foods, you go out to dinner. And then you go out to lunch. And then you go eat breakfast. So you didn't spend an extra $200-300 a month on eating out versus eating all the foods that you bought at the store. And then half that food goes to waste. So that's where the expense comes in at.
We don't know nobody that does that, do we?
Does that.
Well, look here, I ain't at home at the time with the food.
And then eats out. Yeah, you have to go back to the old way of doing it. I say go back to the basics, and you have to go back to cooking your food. And I mean cooking every day. And, people look at me and they don't realize, or believe, I should say, they don't believe that I still cook a meal every single day.
Wow.
I cook every day. I tell my husband, I said, you don't know how lucky you are.
Yeah, he don't, because you know what?
Anymore.
I ain't got nothing to say on that. I ain't got nothing.
Women have retired the kitchen. They retired their apron. They retired the flipper. They retired everything.
Yeah. Tell him he's lucky, because look, he eat, don't he?
Linda, wait a minute. Hold on. Linda, hold on.
He eats.
Wait a minute.
You don't
Hold on.
cook it, right?
Hold on, Linda. Hold on.
Not half the time.
Okay.
No.
Now, some folks don't, have, retired out of the kitchen. But I say I still love them anyway. And that's why we had a heartbreak, and I ain't got nothing else to say. Go ahead, baby.
Thank you. You are listening to Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM. We'll be right back so my husband can get his foot out of his mouth.
Feed me.
And we're going to continue to talk to Linda about being healthy and cooking every day.
event planners. Are you worried that your next corporate get-together is going to be boring?
Then invite the Nyghtstorms to speak at your next event and electrify your organization as we break down how to grow your business, fix broken relationships, and conquer life challenges.
So make your next event epic. Invite me and the Queen to rock the house with inspirational techniques designed to empower individuals and maximize their true potential.
And thanks for listening to Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM WAEC, Atlanta's inspirational station.
We are you.
This is Toby George Nyghtstorm, a.k.a. Lady Nyghtstorm, and I'm known as the woman not afraid to tell the truth about how things really are. And the truth I have to say to you is you should listen to Nyghtstorm Radio every Thursday from 11 to noon. And you should also like us on Facebook at Nyghtstorm Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Nyghtstorm Radio. And join the Nyghtstorm Nation mailing list on Nyghtstorm.com. That's NYGHTSTORM.com. Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM WAEC, Atlanta's inspirational talk radio station. We are you.
This is YG Nyghtstorm. And why should you listen to Nyghtstorm Radio? Because we relate to you or someone you know with topics taken directly from our lives. Every time you tune in, you'll hear a discussion about real subjects that affect real life. Why? Because me and the Queen have been there. So join us right here every Thursday morning from 11 to noon on Love 860 AM WAEC, Atlanta's inspirational talk radio station. Nyghtstorm Radio. We are you.
Hello, Nyghtstorm Nation. This is Toby George Nyghtstorm, a.k.a. Lady Nyghtstorm, and I have a question for you. How much are you spending each day on lunch? $6, $7, $10 even? Do you know that for less than what you spend each week on lunch, you can advertise your business or service right here doing the show on Nyghtstorm Radio? Why don't you inbox us on Facebook, send us a message on Twitter, or drop us a line at Nyghtstorm.com. Let us show you how you can get your business or service out in front of the people. Now back to the show.
We are back on Nyghtstorm Radio. Me, the Queen, and Linda J. Hawkins talking about the change when women are going through menopause.
We done left that part.
And also how to also stay in shape and fix your issues no matter what your body try to say. Okay, now we got one more Nyghtstorm letter, Linda. Okay, you ready for this one?
Okay, I'm ready.
And this one has a little bit different type of slant to it. This is coming from one of the fellas. And this just flashed up. It said, "Dear Nyghtstorms, I am putting this on Front Street. I love my wife, but she is driving me crazy with her constant hot flashes. Every time I turn around, she is burning up, and I can't get the air conditioner to blow cold enough for her. And then the next minute, she is freezing, and she wants me to turn on the heat. This is killing our utility bill and my patience. I understand menopause happens to all women eventually, but I feel that because of her mood swings and temperature shifts, I'm experiencing menopause." To deal with her, she thinks that every young girl I see, I want to get with. So, YG, please tell me, how do I convince my wife that she is still the most beautiful woman in the world, and some workout tips for our family because she is driving us both crazy. And that is from David from Louisville. Okay, now, Linda, I'm going to let you have this in a minute, and McQueen, you can join in, but I got to address David right quick. Okay, brother, I understand what you're going through. The first thing you need to do on dealing with your queen, especially dealing with this stuff, because she can't help it, you need patience and understanding. Now, Linda has alluded to this earlier, but you have to understand that this is something that she can't honestly help. And like you said, every woman goes through it. And I understand about your menopause because I have my menopause times too on dealing with the queen. But patience and understanding is the first thing you need to have for your wife, because this is your queen. This is a woman you love. This is your soulmate. This is the air that you breathe. Now, number 2, continue to tell her that she is your queen and reassure her that her position in your heart is solid. Because sometimes, just like women, we men can become insecure when we hit middle age or we hit all kind of other things that we dealing with. But with menopause, especially if she may be a little bit overweight, reassure her of her place in your heart, that those young skinny minis ain't what you looking at, but you just want her. And if she want to get there, you can help her do that. Now, third, empathy. Remind her at all times that I know you've been there for me through my dark days and through my issues with my body and my mood swings or whatever. Baby, I'm going to be the same way for you no matter what. You have to reassure your wife, because this is a time when she is unsure of herself and she needs you as her spouse to step the game up. Now, lastly, David, some workout tips for you just dealing with the menopause thing and helping you and your sweetie pie. Do some daily walks, okay? It's still pretty outside. Do some daily walks. Get yourselves acclimated into exercise. 2, start also with some lightweight resistance training, okay? We ain't talking about picking up 400 pounds. We talking about maybe some 5, 10-pound dumbbells, and do some curls, do some crunches, do some exercises, but make sure you keep it light and don't do it for no more than 20 minutes in the beginning. This will give you guys a greater bond. It'll also help you burn some of those calories, and you start looking better and feeling better together, because that's the whole purpose of your marriage, to stand even when menopause, gain weight, lose weight. You are there for each other. So that's how you do it, bruh. Now, Linda and Toby. Linda, what you got to say to David about some of the things he's dealing with his sweetie pie?
Well, actually, you gave some excellent recommendations. I feel like I need to write those down and put those in my next book. Because men really don't know what to do, and they don't know how to deal with it. And by you telling them to just be there for her, that means so much to women, because this is just a stage they're going through. It's just a short-term stage. It's just one of those things that women have to go through, and it's going to be just a few difficult bumps in the road, but it's not who she is, and it's not who she's going to be forever. So as long as she knows that you're there for her and you have that love for her, then I can see that when she comes out of it, your bond will be so much stronger and so much tighter, and that's something worth fighting for. So I love that recommendation. And the exercise part, one of the things I tell people to do with a healthy lifestyle is come together as a team and work together as a team to create this healthy lifestyle, not just the cooking part of it, but the exercise. So if you're an outdoors person, like you said, walking is excellent. Walking is free. It doesn't cost you a thing. If you love to hike or bike, get out and do those things while the weather is really nice. If you're an indoor person, then there's so many other things that you can do. You can go to the gym. You can use DVDs to exercise with. You can go to classes. If you like spinning, join a spinning class. If you like yoga, I tried yoga for about 3 years, and I loved it. It's good for the stretching the body and making the mind stronger. So you want to do things. You want to try a variety of things and then figure out what works for you and do those things together.
Awesome.
And that also will create a bond with the relationship, if that's what we're trying to do here.
Incredible. Sweetheart, my queen, you got something to say to David?
Well, well, David, you've heard some excellent advice both from YG and from the two of you guys. I have to go last. I ain't got nothing to say.
Well, you ain't got to say nothing. You are a living testament of why a man should stay patient with his queen, because you guys give us so many blessings, and the patience pays off when you love your queen through her menopause, through whatever, because you're so beautiful and you enrich our lives
on
so
the days
much.
when I'm acting up, I'm going to be like, now you say it.
Those are the days I go for a drive and I get out the house.
Now you say it.
Get out the house, David.
So silly. So silly.
Oh, go ahead, baby.
But you know what, Linda, you have, along with YG, but you've given so much great advice. How can people get in touch with you?
Yeah.
Well, there's several ways. You can go to my website, which is www.savvyhealthcoaching.com. That's Savvy, S-A-V as in Victor, V as in Victor, Y, healthcoaching.com. Or if they want to talk to me, they can send me an email at savvyhealthcoaching@gmail.com.
Wow.
And I will respond to them immediately.
Okay.
They can go to the website and order a book, or they can go to Amazon and get a book, by the way.
That's right.
The Menopause book is already on Amazon, and the weight loss book will be there, I will believe, by November.
Okay, good deal.
Yes.
Good
Of
deal.
course, they can pre-order a book. If they contact me and say they want a book, and I will be glad to do a pre-order with them.
Okay, and Nyghtstorm Nation, I want to remind you guys the name of her book is called Yes, because she has a series of books, but it's called Yes, Real Women Lose Weight, Drop Pounds Forever with the Basics. And sweetheart, we have been talking about a lot of things that, folks are going through.
Patience.
Yeah, patience and virtues and understanding and empathy. But, there's one
And you
word.
asked for this. Let me remind you that you asked for this. When you were like, I'll be glad when all this is over. Why don't you just go on menopause and get rid of all those eggs?
There is one word that can encompass
and there you go.
Help fix
so
all
deal
these
with
issues
it,
with
my
the queen. I'm finna remind the queen of, and that word is love.
Love.
And we have come to the love shout-out segment of our show where the Nyghtstorm Nation gets to send out their love to each other, to their special sweetie pies. And I want to say this, I love you, baby. I really do love you, baby. And even through all your stuff and my stuff, I love you.
I was going to say,
so what,
don't act like your stuff ain't in the pot, too.
So what shout-outs do we have, baby?
All right, our first shout out is from Jefferson. He wants to tell the Nyghtstorm Nation that he is so in love with his dog, Sandy. She rescued 3 kittens that were tossed in the creek by their former owner, and that's his dog.
Wow.
His dog is his dog.
Wow, go Sandy. She rescued 3 kittens in the creek. That's good. And shame on that owner. Okay. But anyway, also Tanya wants to tell Bill that she loves all of his sacrifices for her and as he makes her feel like a queen. Good for you.
Very
good for you, Bill.
good. Now, Linda, I know there's somebody out there that you want to send a love shout out to.
Yes,
Go
I'd like
ahead.
to send a love shout out to my husband, Sylvester Hawkins,
Okay.
39 years.
Wow.
And I'd like to send a love shout-out to my sister, Pamela Zachary, who actually lives in Atlanta, Georgia, Douglasville, actually.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Pam.
All right. And I want to give a shout out.
Uh-huh.
I guess I shouted out to you.
You guess.
YG.
You guess.
I guess you need some love for putting up with me.
Especially after you looking at me like the exorcist this morning, sitting up.
I was not. See, I done looked at him so many times that he thinks I'm looking at him when I ain't looking at him.
It's like I always feel like I did something wrong when you're looking at
I
me.
know.
Like
You
that.
always like, what? What I do?
What I do, baby?
But I love you, babe. Thank you for putting up with me. And I promise not to levitate or stand on the ceiling or, throw ice cubes at you, whatever.
That's okay.
So, and baby, I love you too. And I appreciate you not using those wicked magical powers against me when y'all going through this stuff, turning me into a pumpkin.
Coming at you like a dark horse, baby.
But thank you, baby, for all the things that you do. And Sky, do you want to say something real quick? Send a love shout out.
Shout out to my wife. She's been putting up with my menopause for over 20 years. So
There you go.
I can put up with her menopause for a little while.
There you go, Sky. There you go.
All right. Thank you to everyone, to Nyghtstorm Nation, our listeners. And if you would like to send your love to that special someone, and we can announce it on the air on Nyghtstorm Radio, you can send us a note on Facebook or Twitter or on Nyghtstorm.com. And on Facebook and Twitter, we're at Nyghtstorm Radio. So we're about to wrap this show up, YG. And
We also want to thank our Nyghtstorm members, Jordan, Faye, and David, for your wonderful letters. And also to Linda and Linda J. Hawkins, thank you so much for everything that you have done. You are a true blessing. So, until next time.
until next time, and it's going to come around quick. This is Toby George Nyghtstorm. Sitting here with YG Nyghtstorm. This has been Nyghtstorm Radio on Love 860 AM. Tune in next week. Be safe, everyone.
Yeah.
We'll be right here waiting on you because
we are you. Don't focus on the menopause, fellas. Hold your honey. Hold on through that menopause, brother. Hold her tight. Don't let her go because she might
unless
kill
we're too
you.
hot. Too hot. Get off me. Get off me.
Bye, guys.